Okay, we should be logging on. Okay, yeah, we're receiving content. There we go. Receiving your stream. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan, and we're going to do something different. I wanted to start streaming on Sunday. I figured it'd be a bit more fun. So, I found this mod, which is for a Dogs of War faction. And I tried this out when he was... I think it's the same creator as the Warhammer 1 mod. So let's see how good it is. I mean, there's not a lot. I don't believe there is a tech tree or anything, so this is going to be kind of interesting. But let's give it a shot nonetheless. I mean, like there's no quote, there's no nothing. It's a bit interesting. And I'm assuming the Lord at least has got some skills. I mean, I hope he does. Because this is going to be interesting. Please have lightning strike. I am not asking for much. I really hope there's lightning strike. Wait, let me just get a little comfortable. Hello? Okay.
What does the Emperor bid?
So we start in this. Okay, we start in the ocean. I'm assuming they've like some of these troops have no name. This should be kind of interesting. Can we recruit? We can. Monstrous infantry, blah blah blah. Okay, this is pretty odd. At least they've got stats and so on. Requires building. There's a lot of placeholders. There's a lot of placeholders, which is understandable. This is a very, very recent mod added to the workshop. So, at least we've got stuff. Let's see if he has anything. Warhorse, Immortality. He starts off with Lightning Strike. Starts off with Rune of Magic. That's pretty much it. You'd expect something, wouldn't you? You cannot raise a new force here. That's understandable. Right, okay. We are gonna try be friendly with some people. Do we have any researchers? No. No, we do not. Okay.
It is time.
I tell you what, I find this very interesting. How... We might as well get that. Perform better in battle, before better in campaign. Let's do that. Favorable wins. I'm going to try and be like a neutral force here. I tell you what, this is pretty interesting. Look at that. It's absolutely bizarre. I mean, you can see, I think, the ship, or is that supposed to be a shield? I think that's a sword and shield. Right, never mind. We're going to try and go this way.
Yes, my lord. Move!
This is so weird. I tell you what. This is so bizarre.
It is for the best.
There we go. At least he's on foot now. Can I look at what I can recruit? No, not just yet. That's perfectly fine. Okay, well, let's This is so strange. The mod is made by lisbutterfly on Steam. And it just struck out to me because I kind of wanted to see... well, what it was like, to be honest. So far, it seems like it's a very new mod. Hello? What the hell? Well then. And I did do some checkups regarding the mod. Apparently you can capture cities, but you cannot build, so you still retain horde status. Which I find quite interesting. I honestly do. Maybe I should make my way this way and capture Torabo before I go to Skaven Blight. This is, I don't imagine him being very powerful. Let's just put it that way. When we have Lightning Strike, which at least helps us out. Wow, this game is very buggy.
To the provinces.
Okay, Encamp is at 25. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here.
Onwards!
We start off with Lightning Strike, so I'm not too bothered about anything. Let's just start trying to recruit.
A sound plan.
Those are expensive. Close quarters infantry, close quarters infantry. They seem to be very different. That one's got much more range. Missile infantry. It's a lot of it. I would like to go for this because they're cheaper. Spear infantry might be good. Let's do that, and let's see what we can build here. That's for horse riders and wolf riders and so on, and this is for leaders, so we can at least get that. Okay. This sucks so much because you're stuck, like, trying to find out what you can get. I think that's a Slayer. Those are dwarf. You can't actually find out what these are. Horde growth plus 2 horde recruitment capacity. Let's look at this. You can just recruit them straight off the bat, but there's no detail on what they are. You can get these. Well, I mean, we start off with 10, so let's do that and try and get a captain. At least a captain will do us some good. And we're going to destroy Skaven Blight. That's going to be my first target. Oh, we've got our own custom flag too. That's actually kind of brilliant. We might end up getting killed straight off the bat, but I kind of just wanted to have some fun this Sunday. We work hard, you know. Well, I work hard. I'm the only guy in the channel, but you know what I mean. I work hard on the lore videos and the Let's Plays and soon-to-be guides again, which is pretty fun. So I deserve a little break. Sucks that we have the Empire flag here, though. It's a little bit immersion breaking. Right. And he looks like a beastman. That's fantastic. Let's just come
Step
here.
to it. By Sigma's right.
Let's summon a hero. We can get an Empire Captain who looks like a Skaven. That's that's just great. That is just great.
The nation calls.
Does he look like a Skaven too? Yes, he does. That's such a broken mod. Get that. Get that. And we'll get some cheaper units. We did manage to get some of these. Missile infantry. We'll get these too. I mean, That's going to give us enough to fight these Skaven, I assume.
Hornet one watches me.
How built up is Skaven Blight? Not too much, but it does have a few Storm Vermin.
For the 13. Yes, yes.
I am very curious, honestly, I really am. Immortal at rank 20. Loads of buffs against the Skaven, which I don't understand why, and you can get a Warhorse at least. That's pretty much it, though. We'll do what we can. This is so strange. Right, we're gonna go and attack Skaven Blight now. Oh well, we're gonna attack his secondary army, I guess.
Your orders? Get training.
This will bolster the nation.
Let's spawn a battle wizard, which also has a Skaven model. I'll get this one.
What do you seek?
At least he has a Pegasus and he has some spells.
The nation calls.
I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Praise Sigma.
I don't know what these units are. Why don't they have names? We can get wolves. But wait, we're not getting any income. Let's go in.
To arms! Raise your weapons!
Okay, so lightning strike works, but it doesn't work. This should be fun. I mean, we have a lot of range if that helps, but hopefully we can spawn directly on the enemy. It'd be nice. I'm not too worried about his armies here. I'm more worried about the garrison. This should be interesting. Does he look like a Skaven now? I love how my captain looks like a Skaven. I mean, it makes a little sense, it mercenary and stuff, but I don't think the Dogs of War would hire Skaven. Right, there's summoning there. That works for us.
Ready for war.
We have some melee.
Missiles will fly. Handgunners. We live to serve.
We have cavalry. They look alright. I mean, they look like Bretonians. And the wolves just look like these guys. My battle wizard is obviously very twisted, thinking, what the hell's going on? Someone save me.
Ready for war.
But we're going to try and take these guys out first. So let's just put these here.
Ready!
Let's put the war beasts over here. Let's protect that like that. Okay, hi guys. No, I'm not playing as Talia. I'm playing as the Dogs of War. And where are all the white women at? I don't know. I don't think they're here. I don't think they're here at all.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Alright, let's get started, shall we?
Handgunners! For Heldenhammer! Attack them then! Handgunners! Yes, General! Ready!
By Ulrich's wrath!
Can he not attack?
Listen up!
Keep
Whoa.
clear!
Oh, now he can.
Combat!
It's just a delayed reaction from this twisted thing. This is a bit, this is so strange.
For the comet! Ready!
I might just get beaten back now, to be honest. Maybe attacking Skaven Blight straight off the bat was not a good idea.
Free company! Yes, my lord! The Emperor Sigma guides us!
The Dogs of War start off in literally the ocean. They start right next to Talia and in between Talia and Estalia. Wow, that took a while to pronounce. They put in the ogres. How many do you think there would be in a unit since they can be pretty messed up with it? I think there'd probably be units of 6 or something. Maybe 6 to 8, something in the vein of how the rat ogres work and stuff like that. They wouldn't be massive units. They'd probably have some weaker ones, but nothing too powerful.
Free company! Mounted yeoman!
Does this not fire or? Yes, it's firing. Okay.
For Heldenhammer!
Yeah, they're a horde faction, but you can take over cities. How it works at the moment is that you can take over cities but still retain horde status. I might get beaten back already.
Sigma, preserve us!
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to get beaten back.
Prepare for combat!
Perhaps I shouldn't have attacked these people just yet.
Quickly!
And I'm getting some issues with my stream. Just one sec, I'm going to work on the settings. Right, where's my OBS? Settings. Apply, there we go. We're a bit better off. Unfortunately, we did get beaten back, though. So this did not work out too well. I don't know what issues I'm having with the streaming at the moment. But we should be fine in a sec.
You have need of me?
What does the Emperor bid?
Right, we're going to try and get away. That should at least solve a matter here.
So,
Fighting against Skaven, fighting against Skaven. I don't know why my weapon strength is so good for fighting against Skaven. Let's just try and leave. Do that. I'm gonna try and get into the advanced settings again. We should be fine here. Alright. Let's try and move out again. I've just fixed my settings, I think. So we should be fine. Unfortunately, fighting the Skaven was not a good idea. So we're gonna retreat and then come back eventually. We're gonna be a good faction. We're gonna actually do a lot of things.
I will marshal the men. Yes.
We're gonna be a nice faction. We're gonna be protecting people. It's so weird seeing that happen. We have no income at the moment, which is a problem. That guy here.
What do you seek, Shadow Swift?
So we're only gonna fight enemies, and I would like to go back to deal with the Skaven eventually. The Red Eyes. Well, technically, I think what's going to happen is when they end up splitting them, because Red Eyes were right here, weren't they? Yeah, in the North World's Edge Mountains. So I think not Grimgor, Azag is most likely going to be up there. Because it makes sense that he's going to be closer to where he gets the crown of Nagash and so on. It just makes a lot more sense, to be honest. Oh, and there's a plane. Let me just close the window quickly. It's the problem when living in a small city with a massive airport. Right, we should be able to start massing up again and then going for the Skaven. Apparently Lightning Strike works, but not so well. Why would the garrison come out? It just makes no sense to me. The plane's gone. Let's open up again. Right, I can't go for Skaven Blight just yet. It's pretty much going to be a massive issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up this way.
Let us move.
Actually, a little bit more different, Arvid. Basically what happens is they take the city, but they still become... they're still a horde. They're still actually a horde. So they don't actually lose anything. The Red Eyes have a few goblin units that are known. I think I did a lore video on one. I'm not 100% sure. I've got to have to look through my backlog. But I've done a few goblins, I think. I know there is some. I know I am gonna do a proper Red Eye video very soon, and to be honest, I might actually work on it after the stream. I've started working on some larger videos, and hopefully, I'll have quite a lot of content out for you guys soon. Like around the same length as the Vlad one. The Vlad one was quite a large video, and that was because he's got a lot of lore. Right, I'm gonna like do some damage against the greenskins and hopefully level up a few times, because I've got no cash. I've literally got no cash.
It is for the best. Pick
Let's
up
just
the
go up
pace.
here. I mean, they've got something,
Yes. Seeking
but I'm assuming we should be a bit better off here.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, really? Why are these so expensive? Might want to get some more of these missile infantry. Get rid of some better units. I mean, 160 is not bad.
This will bolster the nation.
800? My god. Quarters. 121, 121. Iron skins. Were they not in the Darklands? I might be wrong there. My knowledge of greenskins is like kind of average at best. I want the spears. I want to keep the spears, but they're really expensive. And it's going to take a while till I can actually properly afford them, I think. Yeah, they're here. I mean, bloody hell, that's really expensive. 120. Why are they so expensive then? Right, let's get rid of that. And let's get a bunch more dogs. Now one of the free tribe. In the Warhammer Battle March. I'm not too sure, mate. Like I said, when it comes to greenskins, I would be not as knowledgeable as others. I literally focus more on like Bretonia, the Tomb Kings, the Vampire Count, stuff that I actually played in the tabletop. A lot of Skaven, a lot of Skaven. The greenskins were always a problem for me in the tabletop. I could not really play them too well. I'm not too sure why. I just literally always had an issue. The vassal system is kind of broken. I completely agree with you there, Arvid. I've had issues where I've literally tried to, do something. And I would move out, and then I'd get attacked by a vassal. The diplomacy is also kind of broken. How do you get back from unreliable? I'm always stuck on unreliable, like my Tomb Kings campaign, which I'm going to be posting more and more lately. I've recorded a bunch of episodes. I've got like this issue where I've now had to forfeit a lot of land. I'll tell you what, I had all this with Cetra. You know, I'd gathered not all this, but like Talia, the Western Border Princes. I was working towards Skaven Blight. I had all this, and then Crockgar decides, no, I don't want to deal with you. It's like, okay, why? And it just kind of kills me. It just really, really kills me. Let's try and get there as quick as possible. Let's move up to here.
Onwards!
Really? Are they just everywhere then?
For the best.
I want to keep that. What's another expensive unit? Well, these guys. At least they can get spells and stuff. He can get that and he can get something. I mean, they look like Skaven, but I'm not going to complain. I should be able to attack a city, no prob. Let's just get some more units. I don't want any more dogs. I think we have enough. Let's just get one of these. Ah, screw it. We'll get one more dog. It's better than nothing, I guess. I tell you what, playing an unfinished mod is not easy. But it's kind of interesting, and I can kind of more or less see how these people want to play the faction, what they want to create the faction. And it's so interesting, because let's face it, we're probably never going to get a Dogs of War faction regarding for like the Mortal Empires or whatever the next game is called, which is a bit disappointing. It really is. Non-aggression pact and that. Yeah, well that works because you guys are fighting. You guys are fighting the Skaven, so that kind of works out for me. I see that he's coming back here, but I want to get Karak Bufta. It's a way to go, actually. Yeah, that's not a bad idea when it comes to that. The only problem is that I've had the case that even scaling after vassalizing them and then turning my attention down to the south after Varga's been killed, they just tend to betray me. I would declare war on something and they just like turn around and say, nope.
Attack!
Okay, how the hell this is on their favor, I'll never know. Yeah, it's a good, fair point. I might give that a try. I am starting to work on the legendary guides again. I've just completed one. It ended up being 2 hours long. But it's working on Morga. I'm trying to do a lot more content now. I'm going to be back, like, more constantly, to say the least. Wow, that's a lot of starting magic.
By the Emperor's will.
And you can't do a formation. Greenskins on steroids, yes.
Mounted yeoman.
Handgunners!
Let's put these guys here. It sucks that you can't actually see it properly.
Ready to serve!
bring the horses here. Let's put all the dogs there. It's so bizarre because you actually don't know what's going on. These are bowmen? Oh no. They're just using rapiers for some reason. Oh no, they're short swords. These are crossbows. These are guns, but they have 90 range. And these are the same guns, but they have 160 range. I mean, the hell's the point of this? Let's just go here. Let them come to us. Let's move the dogs around. And this is why I thought it was weird that they were going to beat me in terms of that. Look at this. What spell do you have? Well, that worked out. It's so weird seeing white. Wow, loud bike. Well, we're going to capture our first city, so this should be interesting. Apparently, we can use the cities only for regeneration. We can't build them up. So I'll be the test of that, I guess. Mind you, it's pretty easy to get a full stack, even though it's just crappy units. Loot and occupy 14%. Yeah, screw it.
Ulrich's will.
Yeah, okay, so you can't actually build.
Praise Sigma.
But that was a great little bonus. Greenskin tribes, Beastmen, Norska, blah blah blah. I mean, it's just like a 30% increase with all that. So we might as well. This lad can now get that, so it's a spell bonus. And he should get that. Let's make him a little stronger. We've got some income now, which we can't actually get because obviously we're in a city at the moment. But I assume this should work out a little better. Alright, let's start moving down. We'll get rid of them, and then we're going to go back to Skaven Blight.
To the provinces.
How do you increase your income then? I mean, there's no unit reduction or anything. I'm assuming this is part of the whole, we need to wait and see as the mod progresses. But I have a feeling that the one that was made for Warhammer 1 is a little bit more completed. We're going to get a rebellion eventually and so on. I kind of want to see if I want to, like, save the world or just destroy it. We'll have to see as we progress, because we're pretty much just stuck without any cash. At least we get no diplomatic issues for trespassing. I think it's just for the good factions, I'm not too sure. Right, we can reach and we could probably take them.
What?
There's no garrison or anything, so it's not like we have anything. Right, we've upgraded, so let's go.
It is war.
That's a scary army. It should be fun. Alright. We start off with 30. That's just fantastic. Start deployment. Let's put these guys here like that. Actually, let's make them a little bit more compact.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Let's bring these guys here. The cannons, I'm assuming, need to fire by themselves. And there comes another plane. Let's bring these guys here.
I command here.
Why is it every time I want to stream, it's like plane day? Right, we can fire. Let's bring 3 of the dogs this way. Oh, okay, never mind. I hope they're decent in melee. That's alright.
For my liege! For Heldenhammer! Faster!
Right, this is not going too well.
Join those who dwell beyond! The Empire! Smoke and mirrors! For Heldenhammer! We obey! Ready for war!
And my drinks, my dogs are retreating. Why? What? You can tell I'm half asleep. I actually woke up at 6 today. It's been one of those days where I just could not sleep.
Battle wizard! I shall unhinge them! For the Empire!
Right, we're slowly beating them back, so that's at least a little useful.
Look out! Spellcaster! Gonna stab her! Grey wizard! At speed! Crossbowman! Yes, my lord!
Yeah, I missed that because it was so useful to just like quickly boost up and do a lot of damage really quickly.
All who slows through me!
I mean, sacking is very important for chaos. People seem to think, oh no, they wouldn't sack. It's like, no, they would. They need armor, they need weapons, they need anything that's possible to get, you know?
Ready!
They wouldn't just like run around and not do any damage to get any gear. I mean, yeah, fine, they're chaos like worshippers, but they're not stupid. My warp, my warp wizard is I don't look at him. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, we've got enough dead here. Let's bring him back so we can cast some spells.
Free company.
We really don't have a lot here.
Fleet. Ready for war. Missiles at the ready. By go, Moraz.
Well, we're beating them back at least. Even though we've got nothing, like, at all, but we should be fine. Okay, we're gonna aim his hero. At least that's a bit better for us. I tell you what, playing it is just that's just so horrible. I exploited the shit out of it by disbanding all of my armies so I could get a bunch of money and build chaos mortars. Then chain sacking 2 army, boost them to by turn 100 I had 4. Nice, not bad. But if you're doing that in legendary, wouldn't you be like charged in by Kislev and so on? Or would they not focus on you because they saw you as a weaker faction? Because I've had the issue where I've been maybe building up a lot via that area and just getting destroyed. Like Kislev coming with a few armies type of thing. I love how you can replenish your troops with this. Let's just do that.
Yes, my lord.
We're slowly getting everything we need. It'll be a while until we can do stuff, but at least I'm gonna... The aim of this stream is to get rid of Skaven Blight. After which I'm happy, but I want to get rid of Skaven Blight.
The Emperor bid?
After which I'll be like, seriously, I'll be cool. Immortality at 20. I mean, all these buffs against Skaven are going to be freaking awesome. Let's get some buffs for him. Let's make him a little more tankier. Let's go round 2.
War calls.
Let's see how this works. I don't think we're going to have too many issues, because... I mean, look at this, right? They've got quite a few Wolf Riders, but let's be fair here. I have quite a few guns. Deployment. Let's move all these guys back. Put these guys there. I mean, the dogs are useful, aren't they? But they're not going to be perfect. Let's just bring these guys here. And we'll see how we can do it when they get too close.
It is war. Yes. I shall unhinge them.
I tell you what, having the dogs just go insane after taking 1 damage can be a problem. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's still something, you know?
Yes, my lord.
And he survived again.
Step to it.
I guess that's fine because it's more XP, but it's slightly annoying.
Ulrich's will.
Let's go again. Yeah, let's do it.
By the Emperor's will. Hand gunners!
Let's do that. And bring these guys here.
Fire endures! Hand gunners! We serve the Emperor!
This is pretty basic. I mean, it's not going to be a problem. I swear, if they survive again, I'm going to get pissed. I mean, it's fine because the XP is great, but it's getting slightly annoying. I had 4 super buff chosen armies. The Norseans betrayed me. It was fine though. I mean, I knew I could beat them. Yeah, smarter, because, like, the Norskins will always cause, like, a problem. Not in the terms of damage when they're, like, unbuffed, but it's more of the case of, like, you know, they just keep massing and massing and massing, and it just becomes a massive issue. Let's get casualty replenishment again. I mean, on the plus side, we're getting loads of levels up.
I will marshal the band.
Let's just come here.
Sound plan.
And we might as well get another anti-Skaven. Which is cool, because it's going to help out. Let's get this guy some stuff. Smoke and mirrors, map wide. Constant speed. I mean, that's good. And we're just going to, like, build up a little bit. I'm not too bothered about that. It just sucks that we're going to lose the city. Doesn't really give us that much XP anyway, gold anyway. But I'm assuming you'll have to take over just to be able to get something. Does this give me money? No. Does this give me money? No. Do any buildings give me money? These are the things that haunt me. I mean, the buildings are really cheap, which is cool. But everything's still a placeholder. I mean, look at this. Now look, we can get some Norskins. Which costs 520. That's their upkeep, right? This is for marauders. Let's not, yeah? Let's not. Right, my target is this. I'm going to level up a few times. We'll take out Skaven Blight, and then I'll call it here. But, I just find it really amazing. I find it really amazing. It's like, it's broken, but it's not. I mean, it can't be broken if it's not even official content. Non-aggression pact, yes. Why not? Do we have like loads of people liking us, and it's another plane. Really? That's like, I've had like 5 flights now since I've started. I'm pretty sure the airport here is not that efficient. I need to get soundproofing for the room. I've got to do a lot of things for the channel. I'm going to be a lot more active, guys. I'm going to be a lot more active. I promise you. There's going to be a lot more content coming in. I'm going to be streaming on a regular basis on Sunday. And there's going to be a lot of new content, new different things. I want to like really see how much lore I can put into. Let's see what I can do this way.
Yes, my lord.
I'm going to download this modern vassalized lord scroll. I don't think you can vassal.
Praise Sigma.
It's very odd. And now his face is now changed to a spirit dwarf.
To strengthen the empire.
Now we're going to go straight for it because I don't think they would have much.
Get off, get.
To arms! To war!
Oh, we can lightning strike. It gives us bonus, but that's it. I mean, we'll find out now because this is his last city. Can you vassal people? I'm not too sure. I've not checked out this mod too much. This is literally the first time I'm playing it. I tell you what, I'm freaking starving though. Yeah, because it's pretty much lunchtime. Right, we're gonna like see how far I can go here. But yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Start deployment.
By Sigma, obey me. Hand
Bring
gunner.
these guys up again. Let's bring them together, to be honest.
Conditions acceptable.
I have to be really anal about it.
Vermidia, guide us.
Right, let's move in with this guy. The cavalry we can lose because they're not really too good. Oh, he's got a healing potion. That's great. Okay, this might be the end of me. Dogs, come back, please.
No lingering. Yes, sir. Ready for war. Armed and ready. We serve the Emperor. Knowledge is power. I will melt that tyrant.
This might not work out too well.
Free company. For the Warhammer. By Ulrich's wrath. Ready for war. Sigma, guide our fire. Battle wizard.
Yeah, this might not work out too well. I started to panic. Right, no, they're breaking. They're breaking. Right, we're gonna see if we can vassal them. If they can't, we're just going to use these guys to boost up the levels and then go straight for Skaven Blight. I mean, we did lose quite a lot. We did lose quite a lot. We lost our cavalry, which is fine, because, to be honest, I don't want to use cavalry. I would like to get, like, a giant and stuff, but I don't think we're going to be able to get it. And the growth is just so horrible. You can't actually get it. I mean, it takes ages to get. And you need growth, like, to build. You cannot vassal. Right, we're going to sack them.
For Heldenhammer!
Well, that was a bit of a bug. Right, well, at least we've got loads of extra strength against the Skaven, so we're pretty much ready. It's still really weird seeing these guys like that, but we'll make do. We'll make do. Let's see here. Enfeebling foe. That's a win. That's actually pretty good. Let's get that. How do we find our horde?
What does the Emperor
Yeah,
bid?
look, it's 2, right? And we need more of that to be able to get all of this, to be honest. It's very expensive. It doesn't actually give us that much extra, which is kind of sad. But we're going to level up a few times. We are going to lose that city, unfortunately. There are going to be some rebels. But we'll go from there. As the turn's ending, be right back 1 sec. I'm going to go get a coffee really quick. Great, that happens during my leaving. Non-aggression pact with Talia, which is almost destroyed too. That's fun. It's not so much of a problem. It's more of the case that it's taking ages. Either way, we're golden. Alright, let's get going. Fact is, we're going to have a bit of a problem here.
Against council orders! Raise your weapons!
At least we can do damage and get rid of them, and at least we'll be able to recruit now. It'll only take a few turns that I need, but once I have those turns and I have those levels, I'll be able to go down and do some damage. Horde growth is kind of broken, but we'll make do with what we have. Oh, this time we actually started with less.
We are
It's fine though, because
Sputters the target!
there
Handgunners!
and there. That's literally all we need for this.
By Ulrich's wrath!
I'll bring them closer. Oh, he's got a healing thing again. Good. By the time they get too close, they'll all be dead, so... I mean, look at that, right? Did he just try to kill my hero? Yeah, I think he did. Cheeky little greenskin. I mean, it's not a lot, and I'm not worried. It's more of the case it's just annoying. Well, we'll sack it again.
Into battle!
Let's just do whatever possible to just get some XP. The lack of income is obviously going to be a problem for us, but I'm not too concerned.
By Sigma's right!
Welcome back. Welcome back. Right, let's get him a little bit buffier. He's got nothing. I have a feeling it's going to be mainly based on this. Well, essentially I've been trying to figure out... Is that a wizard? Oh. Wait. Oh, it's because I've got the dude. I'm trying to figure out how I can actually go and kill these guys without getting destroyed. Only problem is, it doesn't look like I will have much luck. So, Aye, I'm killing your orcs. I'm gonna try and just make a basic army. I want to go destroy Skavenblight and I'll probably end the stream after that, but I would like to have a nice, interesting fight. These guys are much better. And I think it's these guys, is it? No. These are actually someone else. Let's try and see if we can do that. Well then. I need melee. I need melee. These guys seem to be... Yeah, I think out of the best ones, it's these ones. So I'm going to have a lot of these question marks to attack Skavenblight. It's a bit strange, but we'll have to make do with what we have. So let's start getting them, I guess. This is going to be very interesting, attacking Skavenblight with basically a crap army. But we're not getting any form of growth any other way. I'd like to see how that could work. But anyways, I've been planning something with one of my subs. He was here, or he is here, I'm not too sure. Basically, Arvid. Someone's always really active on the chat here. It's going to be interesting, because we're going to do a co-op campaign, I think, or a versus. It really depends on what people like. Would you like to see a co-op campaign or a versus campaign? Either way works for me. I enjoy playing with Arvid. We haven't played that much, but he's generally pretty fun to play with. It's just a case of deciding. But I'll probably message him after lunch and we can see. We're going to get a rebellion up there in Karakbufta.
Yes, a sound plan. War calls.
How many accounts do you have, Arvid? Wait. Are you Spookums? See, Arvid's here. I'm so confused. See, a fun campaign would have been Cetra and Katep if Katep would have actually started in Nehekara and not for some reason all the way up north in that. I'm not sure if it's the same as the end in the Mortal Empires, but I think in the Vortex he just randomly starts down there. Right, let's look at these dudes. Oh, they're elves. Okay. And they're shielded. I mean, why not? Well, we have a lot of range, so...
Missiles will fly! Taking aim!
Let's do that. Alright, sorry, I got confused there. When he said it's me, I thought he meant you. So, alright, you guys are fucking with me now. Let's bring this guy up. I seem to keep getting the potion back. Right, the leader is dead. This could have gone a bit better. But we are there. Within another turn or so, we should be able to get all of these guys. And then we can start moving down and taking Skaven Blight, I assume. You know what? I'm going to try something. Let's see if I can... There. I've made you a moderator for the channel, Arvid, because, well, you're always active on it, to be honest. So, it's... And we're going to be making some content together, so it kind of just makes sense to make you a moderator. I'm not sure what moderators do. One head sees the future, one head sees the past. That's very, very meta.
This will bolster the nation.
These are not the same guys, are they? That's close enough. Right, let's see if I can do that. That's 20. Right, that should be enough. We'll capture this city, and then we will make our way to Skaven Blight. Oh, I never actually got to try out the wind either. We don't really have a lot, but I'm assuming we should be able to take him out with no problem. Yeah, look, now you've got the new, you've got the new logo thing. Wow, my English today. But you have a wrench now, so... It's something? What was the rebellion up there then? We're going to lose the city now, so we'll find out. It's probably another orc faction, to be honest. Play nice, guys. Play nice. I'm actually not sure what the It's too bad the chat doesn't record. Because that's the spookums of you and me then in the next 20 seconds type something in Swedish. Yeah, it was an orc, and that's going to be a problem because they're probably going to come for me. And we've lost all our money now.
To strengthen the Empire, fight for our nation!
I'm not too bothered to get into another fight. Right, we'll raise it.
Attack!
It's too bad we can't keep traveling. I might have to get rid of something. I mean, these guys are alright. These guys aren't. We've got a lot of anti-Skaven now, so we should be able to. Alright, let's do hold the line. Oh, we can get the Pegasus too. Imperial Pegasus. We'll get hold the line. I don't think we'll be able to take out Skaven Blight, that's for sure. I mean, look at it, it's full. It's actually got a proper garrison. That's a problem.
Greetings, stranger.
Empire's blessing.
Let's try and get some allies.
Shield of the mighty Deepwood welcomes you beneath its bow. Hoef agrees.
Who calls?
You have a proposal?
That's pretty much it. I mean, that's alright.
Praise Sigma.
I should probably get rid of these guys before they come behind me at the worst time. I swear, it's broken. It's actually broken. Yeah, I need to go destroy them before I go down to Skaven Blight. If you were an orc, you wouldn't care and win. If I were an orc, we'd have better chances at doing anything. I'm kind of stuck here, not being able to do anything. I mean, he's going to have an impressive army, and we're going to have to...
I will marshal the men.
we're going to have to literally
Sound plan.
just reduce our units. This is the problem. These are 145, but they're actually really good. I would like to have as many of them as possible, but I also kind of want these guys, because it would be helpful to at least get some levels up. Level 9, level 17. There's no point of getting that. We're going to have to move up.
Onwards!
Let me think about
I mean, that's just scary.
No!
But if I can take them out, we'll be a bit better off. Why is he following me? Is he trying to do stuff against me? You'd expect Clan Angren to be a bit nicer, wouldn't you? Right, once I take that, I'll have to reformat my army. The loss of gold is just horrendous. The Chaos Invasion will be terrifying when Norska gets into Northern Empires. I think so, yeah. It's released, what, in May? Well, apparently released in May. I'd like to see how that works. Honestly, I'd like to see how beefy it will get, and if they'll get like a reduction or anything. I mean, Norska itself is quite powerful now. Just imagine them with freaking mammoths.
What does the Emperor bid? It is for the best. Pick up the pace!
Let me just get this, and I'll answer your questions right now. I don't know what this is doing, but I think it's just a placeholder. Are regular orcs the same as savage orcs, or are they like the black orcs, different species? They are technically the same. I'm not sure if you saw the lore video on the savage orcs, but all orcs are pretty much the same. The only thing is they've kind of evolved and devolved, so it really just depends on the actual orc. But all green skin races are the same. Goblins are from the same species as that. They all come from like the same starting area type of thing, if you get what I mean. Every orc was a savage orc, and eventually some of them got captured by the Dawizar. They were taught forge works and so on. Others just started looting. It really just depends on the actual tribe. But the main ones who have stayed as savage orcs consider themselves to be the only true orcs. Just having flashbacks of the Fimir again. I'm assuming Frostworm should have a breath like every other dragon. I assume so. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they would. I think they're just staying there.
I'd rather
Yeah, I think they're just staying there.
You're not right in the head.
Yes, my lord.
So let's move back. We
My
don't really
Sigma's
need it.
right.
125. He's a goblin now. Okay. roasting in
Sigmar
Warhammer
compels
because they're
us.
so savage. Oh, bad joke, bad joke.
This will bolster the nation.
Well, yeah, no, they're pretty generally good. We should probably just get missile infantry instead. Let's get some standard troops in. I don't think we need the dogs. I'll keep one unit of dogs, though. We'll get rid of... That should be fine. Right, we don't actually have a lot. Right, let's do this. Get rid of him. These are the 99ers, so we're going to need a lot more 99ers. Let's get rid of him. That one. This should be fine. Yeah, you've got options. I've just quickly checked it up on my phone. As moderator, you get options to, I think, report accounts, ban them from streams, and so on. The Great Maw. Wow. I did research on that one recently. The Ogre Kingdoms have always been kind of fascinating, mainly because they're just so overpowered. Let me see if I can remember. The Great Maw came to be... It was an earth-shattering event. I remember that. And it kind of just appeared. I think, yeah. It was a meteorite that hit, and I think it hit one of the Great Ogre cities. After that, I could be wrong here, obviously, because it's been a while. But after that, it kind of just appeared. A lot of ogres have this insatiable feeling of like feeding it. Some of them even just throw themselves in. It's a god, and a lot of people believe that it's not actually a standard god, but a extension of the great beast, which is all the chaos gods in one. Whether you believe that or not, it's all up to you. But I'd like to think it's an extension of the great beast, because the ogres themselves are quite chaotic. We need to get there, but I have no money, and I can't afford any units. I mean, I can get 2. I get rid of all these. I think he's, to be honest, in my interpretation, he's both, in a certain sense. I mean, it's very much the same as how anything can be considered an alien. The Chaos Gods can be considered aliens too. Very similar to how the Old Ones travel across the world. And we do get some creatures being spawned which could be considered like aliens or just spawns. Like there is one particular in the Beastmen. He's considered a Beastman, but he's technically not. But he just appeared one moment when a meteor fell again. And he just kind of became like that, you know? We could do with these units. I could get the dogs, but I need these. Right, we'll wait a turn and then we'll start raiding these guys, because they're not doing anything, so we might as well get a little bit of extra income. But the concept of alien in Warhammer Fantasy itself is a bit strange. you can consider some things to be aliens. I mean, we know that the old ones traveled across the galaxy. They kind of reformed planets and so on, very similar to the 40k ones. Almost a carbon copy, actually. But, and it kind of works because there are aliens in a certain sense. I mean, I'd rather not go too much into it because it's more canonizing of Age of Sigmar more than anything. Because, like, I read a bit of Age of Sigmar lore. I tried to read a bit of Age of Sigmar lore. And it was the case that Sigmar eventually floats through time and space, and some celestial dragon finds him and trades him magical powers for Sigmar's pretty necklace or something. It's just so ridiculous. I mean, they could have changed it now. It's been a while, but I just could not. I honestly could not get into it. It broke me reading that stuff. It's just like, why would I even bother reading that? And that scares me. That scares me. That really scares me.
No, you failed.
I mean, it's mostly slaves and stuff, so it's not too much of a problem.
Yes, a sound plan. Let us move. To strengthen the Empire.
Alright, I'm going to wait a little bit more, and then we'll eventually go and charge. So, Arvid, how would you like, should we do a co-op or a versus campaign? What would you prefer, mate? I'm pretty much fine with any. I know that if we do a co-op, we're going to have to do, like, something that makes sense ally-wise. Because we could probably come up with something really cool. Like, for example, vampires, one of us would play as Manfred, the other one will play as Vlad. If we did Tomb Kings, one of us would do one, the other one. It wouldn't make sense to be, like, split unless it was something like one of us being Bretonia and one of us being the Empire, because they are allies, or dwarves in the Empire. I'd like to see how an interesting lore-friendly co-op would go, to be honest. Or a lore-friendly versus campaign. It wouldn't make any sense, to be honest, playing as Empire versus dwarves. I mean, it's more of the case of... I mean, this game is not very lore-friendly itself. It's got some changes and so on. And you get the weird-ass alliances, like, for example, Skavenblight allying with Talia in one of my games, which was terrifying.
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
How do I have trespassers? You guys are my allies. Do you think Morga lived in the end times since he cannot die? Actually, that's a really good question. That's a really, really good question. To be honest, I think he would. It makes more sense for him to survive than anything else. Because to be honest, if we look about it, he can just keep reforming. As long as Chaos is alive, he could reform. Because he's essentially just purified Chaos. And if... I know that Chaos was essentially more or less destroyed in a certain sense in the end times, because everything just got destroyed. Which is... it's great, because actually it was more of a win for some other Chaos gods other than the main four. Like Nikoho the Doubter, which was a Chaos god of unbelief. And obviously Malal Malice, who wanted to destroy Chaos. But seeing as Age of Sigmar became a thing, Morga should essentially reform. And we know that there's beastmen there. We've seen Slangors? No, we've seen Sangors. Zinchgors. Either way. We've seen some of them. So we know there's beastmen. We know there's a lot of beastmen models and so on. It would be interesting if they did that, because it would be kind of like a nice throwback to fantasy. Kind of like, well, here I am. Because not a lot of characters made it to Age of Sigmar. You're gonna have to kill... You're gonna have to kill Vance, maybe big piece of skin later. See, I like playing as Sigvald because it just makes it easier. If you start out with Sigvald, you don't actually need to do the whole awaken loads of tribes nonsense. Which puts a dampener on a lot of things.
Plan scheme is discord.
Right, let's recruit. So we don't actually have that much.
Is disappointed.
Right, we'll recruit and then we'll start making our way to Skaven Blight. If we lose, we lose and all that. But I wanted to just kind of have some fun with this mod. I expected it to be a little bit more finished, to be honest. But hey, it's still pretty good. It's nice playing as a good horde faction, essentially. Join war against Redhorn. I'm not gonna join war against anyone, thank you very much. I would rather not have to deal with anything else. I've got to do a lore video for today, and I'm still trying to decide who to do. I'm thinking of doing an Imperial one, to be honest, because it's been a while. The thing is, I work with a system. I pick my lore videos by writing out the topics, which gets bigger and bigger every day, obviously, as I add to it, and I assign them to categories, basically their races, locations, and so on. And then I roll a die, basically. I RPG what I do, in a sense. I roleplay it, you know, I decide, okay, roll, and I get a 5, for example, that's Beastman. So I end up doing Beastman, and it goes from 3 upwards because I'm using 3 different die, and obviously you can't get a 2 or a 1 because you'll end up you know, there's 3 die, so even if you get 3 1s, it's a 3.
By Sigma's right.
Right, when can I go? Oh, I can't actually go invisible, which is a problem.
Move! It is for the best.
Right, we'll in camp, and I guess that's going to be our army. We'll deal with that. I've been thinking of a Greenskins co-op campaign. One playing as Warzag going south to fight the Tomb Kings, and one playing as the main Greenskin faction focusing on the dwarves to the north. That actually would be pretty fun. That actually would be pretty fun. I mean, we could probably even do that for the channel, you know. That sounds pretty cool. You get orcs going everywhere, and technically it's also really lore friendly because obviously Warzag needs to find the once and future Git, which ends up being one of them being Grimgor and the other one being Skarsnik. The Sigvald thing, I think, is just they wanted to get a good legendary lord out. I'm hoping, at least, for when the 3rd game comes out, you know, the whole Chaos Divided game, that's when we're going to see Sigvald disappear and get his own special army. I mean, we can now at least get some regiments of renown that fits with him. And if you want good units, you can. There's like some really cool mods which get that for you, but it's more of the case of you need all that different stuff. You know, you need a Yeesh, that's scary. You need mods, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't like using mods too much. I used to use them a lot, but that was pretty much just to actually be able to conquer everything and so on. Now that we don't need that, it just works in my favor, but it's still kind of annoying. Hopefully soon we'll see it. Let's move.
Sound plan. On march!
Oh, well, that sucked.
To strengthen the empire.
Orcs are a pretty fun faction. I really enjoyed it when Wurzag came out. I think they have a lot of playability, and I mean, if you look at it, right? Let's look at it here. Wurzag starts about here, right? Grimgor starts about here-ish. It makes sense for one guy to go down and one guy to go up, because it just kind of works out much better for you. Once you capture this, you're pretty much golden. Right, let's move here. I want to see how Noska looks when it's fully corrupted by vampirism. I don't think it actually changes too much, to be honest. Which is kind of sad, because when the vampirism thing hits like anything else, it just makes it look so gritty. It's so beautiful. Payments to join war against these guys. I don't want to join wars against anyone. We're almost done with the stream anyway. I really like that orc idea, to be honest, even though I'm horrible at orcs. I mean, horrible, horrible, horrible. I've done the 2 playthroughs and I've taken over the map in the old world and so on. Yeah, the chaos corruption is massive up there. You, this is getting really worrying. The chaos corruption is really massive up there. Like, you can build buildings. You can build loads of buildings, but it still won't stop the spread of chaos. I wonder if Sorifil the ostrich will become playable in the Warhammer campaign. The ostrich, great name for him, actually. That that's a great name. Can we reach?
To arms!
Well, that sucks. The hell's the point of that?
Who calls?
I don't think they'll make him playable. There's a few Zinch human-ish, well, mutant followers that they'll probably make. It would be awesome if you could use some demons. Like, there's so many cool demons. I mean, Zoriphiel was made up. You know, he was just created for this game. He actually had no backing lore. But there are so many playable ones that actually, well, that might be playable in the future, that had all this great lore. I mean, there's this awesome, awesome bloodthirster called Scarbride or Scarbrand. He's quite the powerhouse, and I'm assuming like if they make the demons playable and so on, you could only play with him with an army of Khorne demons or something. Like he gives this massive bonus to demons or something. That would be incredible. Yeah, you get loads of issues for that. But there's so many... Whoa, okay. Look at that. That's a lot of enemies. That's a lot of enemies. There's so many different things. I hope we get 5 factions in total when it comes to the demons. We should... well, not even just demons. We should get, what, 9? Yeah, 9 playable factions. See it that way, right? Like Chaos Undivided, which we already have. We should get the option of... Actually, 10 factions we should technically get. I hope. Or more. 15 is in that point. I mean, there's a method to my madness, but let's just deal with this very quickly first. Let's see if this actually works now. Yes, it does. Awesome. For Khorne, Valkyria the Bloody, it has to be her, because she's just a powerhouse. But once we're loading in, let's see if we can see how many factions there can be. Chaos Undivided. Chaos Khorne. Chaos, Chaos Nurgle. Demons. That's what? That's, and, Chaos Warheads? Okay, let's see it that way, right? So that's 4, 5 with Undivided. Each demon army, so that's an extra 9. That's 9 in total. And maybe Chaos Beastmen, each aligned to a god. I mean, technically you do get them. That's a lot of Skaven.
Free company!
Right, let's move all our force. And I meant god, not good.
The Heldenhammer! I Sigmar's will!
I mean, in a perfect world we could get all that, but I don't think we would. As much as I would love that, I mean, it would be freaking epic if we had that many new playable factions. And a fleshing out for Chaos Undivided too. Like, maybe they could get all the demons and stuff, so they'd be able to get a massive roster, but they'd be much weaker. I mean, one could hope, right? There's nothing wrong with, like, dreaming, is there? Having so many ranged in an army makes no sense. The faction to beat the warriors of harmony. Instead of demons, they have angels. That's a bit Sigmarine-ish. Bit too much Age of Sigmar there, I think. Let's do that. I rather if nothing of that standard ever came, please don't make the third game Age of Sigmar. I'll cry. I will really cry if the third game is Age of Sigmar. I mean, we are playing in the end times timeline. We really are, but please no Age of Sigmar, please. I don't ask a lot from these guys. Creative Assembly are doing a stunning job, like absolutely stunning. But no Age of Sigmar, please. No Age of Sigmar. It would kill me. It would, like, kill me. Alright, so at least we're getting quite a lot of enemies killed. You know, we don't have the best units, but we are shooting them down quite heavily. I'm hoping that we can use this to our advantage and be able to attack Skaven Blight. They're going to have a lot of stuff, though, and it's going to be very, very scary. Very, very scary. If the army doesn't mind and goes back to Skaven Blight and I could take out this one very quickly, I think I could just attack. I don't have the best when it comes to that, but I do have a lot of range, so I might be able to do quite a bit of damage. Decent damage, I guess.
I will marshal the band. By Sigma's right.
Let's see if I can get something here. I wish so, man. I wish I could bribe them. It's like, you never know. They might not make it, but you know the panic in the back of your mind when you think, oh God, this could actually happen. It's just a bit, like, scary. Because if you see it in a different sense, right? Like, it makes sense for them to make Age of Sigmar maybe in the future, but because obviously cash, this is a massive money grab. All the DLC, you know, I mean, when all the DLC comes, even with the discounts and so on, you're easily spending, let's just say, about 100, maybe even 130 euros per game. Great thing is all the stuff kind of lines up together. But there's a lot of money in this. By the time that the final game is done and the final DLC, the final paid DLC is done, they'll easily be... What? Why? Okay. Okay, but that's so weird. By the time the final game is done, you would have easily spent at least... let's say 400 euros on this game. Like the whole trilogy at least. Which is almost as expensive as actually painting real Warhammer, you know. At least you'll actually get a lot of armies and stuff like that. If you 400 euros in Warhammer is absolutely nothing. It's like pennies, to be honest, compared to that. Like I've just got a recent like Tau army. 2 armies of fire warriors, 3 crisis battlesuits. I've got a shit ton of drones, Pathfinder, a commander, and an ethereal, and that must have been maybe easily about 300, 400 euros at this point. Look, he's a freaking warlock now. This is so weird. Grimgor should have lived in the Grimgor just smiles at him. You can kind of use the rogue armies to your influence. Right, this is going to be pretty fun. We're going to have to do this. Win and lose, we're going to do this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very, very fun. you can kind of use them like I've been playing a playthrough for myself. It's not for the channel or anything, and I kind of convinced one of the rogue armies, a pretty decent one actually. I think it was mostly Imperial, to stay away, and it kind of worked out. Hey, Gianni, how you doing, mate? There we go. Okay, we're in luck. We're in luck. Let's move our forces over here. We're gonna have to, why did I do that? Oh, that worked out for me. We're gonna have to move this way.
No lingering.
Because look at the amount of Skaven there are. We're going to have to try and be smart here. The problem is that there are a lot of Skaven. Well, this is the Skaven capital, but you guys get what I mean. We're going to have to be very, very careful that we don't get killed off very quickly. So let's bring up the dogs here just in case. Look at this. This is just terrifying. I guess these guys can't fire up. Fun. Right, we're gonna have to like weaken them a little bit before we can even attempt to come this way. That's a decent amount of damage.
Missiles at the ready. Yes, my lord. Formation, march.
They're summoning more clan rats. We need to be very careful here. And we've got a decent amount of power reserves, so we can at least keep doing this a bit. Oh no. Let's spread. There's no way in hell I can capture this without like kind of being a little bit salty and just staying on the side, spending as much magic as I have, and then charging in. The problem is actually getting inside. They've got rat ogres, they've got a lot of good units, and I don't really have that much. For some reason these guys can't seem to fire over. Right, let's do that. So expensive, that spell. Right, summon that there. We can almost do another one. To be fair, we've killed a decent amount, so let's start actually moving in. I don't think they'll have any more, so let's bring these guys. We'll keep the dogs, just in case. I've got no magic. This scares me. But I kind of want to just win this and be done. If we lose, we're going to be done anyway, because end of the day, I need to actually eat. Do you think my two heroes can take the wall? There's an awful lot of Skaven. Screw it, let's go up for the wall. How many clan rats do they have? Hey, look, no walls.
Look, see, they run.
Because that makes sense. I'm still loving that, though.
Sigmar calls.
Alright, let's move in.
I smell failure. At your service.
Quick rage quit before anyone sees.
We will kill them all.
No, I can do this, I can do this. I just need to use this to my advantage, so if we do there.
Those bells.
I mean, he's got so many kills, it's beautiful. We are running out of magic, though. Who's got the best armor? These guys do. Maybe I could start...
The Empire endures. Missiles at the ready. Ready for war. Climbing the wall.
Let's bring up some units.
Missiles ready, my friend. For the Warhammer. Now, get the queen.
If we can kill enough of them, we should be fine.
We losing.
And we're starting to get in, so that's perfectly fine. I want to keep this guy out of harm's way, because he does have a decent spell.
Death all. The Empire endures.
Once we capture this, it's pretty much working that way, but I do see storm vermin. Where are those clan rats? Where are storm vermin? Skaven slaves, clan rats. Do they not have storm vermin? I know they do. Never mind, we'll see them eventually.
Let's have
We're eventually going to run out of projectiles, but at least we have something. I'm going to bring the cannon this way.
By Ulrich's wrath, forward! Yes, slay! By Ulrich's wrath!
They're not really doing such a hot job firing, are they?
Then flee! We run! The Grey Order! Smell musk of fear!
Look, lots of them are breaking though. Look at that.
The musk of fear! Everyone, flee!
Let's do that.
Spells! Our doom shall unhinge them! Naval magic!
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 344 kills. Right, let's bring up some more.
Conditions acceptable! Climb!
We're slowly getting there. We just have to tank them down.
You can die when we have the walls!
You can die when we have the walls. Yep. That's pretty much how it works. Do you guys not actually get any... Yeah, they don't get ladders then.
Knowledge is power!
I literally only have like enough to do 3 more of those. So we're going to have to try and use that well.
Comet ready! Shoot them! War fights! Not my fight!
We're taking a lot of them down though, so that works.
By Ulrich's wrath! Take position!
Right, who's not firing here?
Crossbows ready, General! We are Sigmar's heirs!
You guys aren't firing.
Reserve group!
Let's bring you up here. Ew.
Hit the ground! Moving now!
Maybe not a good idea.
Scout back! Come back! For Heldenhammer!
We're killing a lot of Skaven. We're just not killing enough.
Ulrich's teeth! Retreat!
Okay, they can more or less reach. And fast forward's not working.
Ready for war!
Okay, let's bring the dogs this way.
Sigmar Corps!
I need to move these guys here. Doggies, you need to go in, and I'm going to try and sneak them through. If we can do some damage to the artillery, that's going to help. I mean, our income was horrible, so I don't know how we could actually get some good units like that.
Save my own fur! I'll fight another time.
Look at them, though. They're breaking.
Retreat! Battle wizard! No, no! We're cover!
Alright, let's see how we could do this.
Shameful display! I will break them!
Not the best hit, but it did something.
Awaiting orders! Shields up!
Oh, wow. Okay, they can reach me here. pan rats, slaves. I have a feeling when they pop up with all their more rat ogres and so on, this is going to be a problem when we actually get to attack. And what I'm going to do is, before I end the stream, I'm also going to do a custom battle with the best of the units to see how actually powerful they could be when they're used efficiently. That is just brutal. They're slowly being beaten back, but it's the case of just like terrifying, terrifying, terrifying. Safe to say we've killed a lot of Skaven, though. This gate is taking ages to down.
The Empire endures. Crossbow ready, General.
Right, let's bring these guys here and see if we can do some damage up from there. The general is quite powerful.
For Heldenhammer.
I've returned to my Wood Elf campaign, and it seems like Chaos Strength scales with my strength because I'm at turn 125. Wow, that's actually really powerful. I'm not going to bring him in. I assume it makes sense because the stronger you are, the stronger. 7 Chaos Giants. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of terrifying.
Awaiting orders. Ulrich's will. Sigma Corps.
We're pretty much lost here, though. Yeah, here come the storm vermin. Let's agree that we're pretty much dead.
Ulrich's wolves charge with us.
I mean, if I haven't killed at least half of their Skaven or made them rout at least half of their Skaven, I'll be disappointed.
By Ulrich's wrath. Take position.
Right, the gates are destroyed. And he brought friends. Look at that. Apparently, Plague Claw catapults have the best range in the whole game and the best accuracy, it seems, because that's a really small shot. Can we cast a breath up here? On a wall. No, we cannot. Mind you, look at that range. Nargarond with the Wood Elves, you must have been expanding quite far. And they're coming out now. Okay, we're pretty much dead here. I mean, look at that. I'm gonna keep fighting until the end, though. There's no way I'm gonna, like, kill it.
Will be done.
Ah, very smart using that warlock like that.
Withdraw! Crossbow ready, General.
Very, very smart.
What? Quickly!
Well, that's me dead, I think.
Crossbows ready.
No, I'm gonna use this spell for something better. There have to be more storm vermin here.
Let's kill. Back, please. Undo flows through me. To war! Get them!
I think it's just those catapults that took me out.
Myrmidia, guide us!
Mind you, that was impressive. I do need 85 amber. The amber system was always kind of broken there. You need to be extremely lucky to be able to actually do something properly. Okay, we are apparently stuck not fighting. Look, a lot of them have broken at least. But I have a feeling it's just going to be my general left. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be my general left. Great thing my general is so strong, but I don't think he's going to last too long against these guys. Let's just put that there. Absolutely terrifying. He was holding out all the storm vermin until it could be needed. And just look how he's just destroying me. I legit have no forces left. Love it. Say, oh, your warriors are rallying. It's like, great. They can be useless somewhere else. Oh, we took one of their towers. see if we can fire and actually do some damage. There's storm vermin there. You guys gonna fire? No? Apparently not. Alright, I'm not having any luck here. I mean, we're at least starting to do damage, but it's not enough. Our commander's doing fantastic, though. He's starting to break. Let's bring him up. If we're gonna die valiantly. And by that I mean complaining, because we're gonna lose. Let's just put these guys here and they can do some firing. Yeah, they should. They've got a lot of like potential for a lot of legendary lords. What I'm hoping is that they could at least give a legendary lord for oh wow, sirens. I'm about to lose anyway. Yeah, I lost. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, they could give 2 legendary lords. Well, we killed pretty much half of them, so I'm pretty pleased. 2 legendary lords per faction would be nice, because I would like the idea of playing. If I could play as Nurgle and my friend could play as Nurgle, that could be really cool, because it just makes more sense to be able to do that. Mind you, the ability to play Nurgle and Slanesh is cool, but that would only work if you could have a 4-player co-op campaign and have one representing each god or something.
On march!
Right, we've lost there. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna do a custom battle to see how the mod actually works with the strongest units. We're gonna do the same fight, and from there we are going to take a break. I'm gonna go for lunch. So let's do a custom battle. I'm the attacker. Do we have Exiles, Bloody Hands, Empire? Are they not here? No, they're not here. Well, that kind of sucks. Right, never mind then. Okay, guys, we're going to end this here. Ooh, 2 for each god. Well, Valkyr the Bloody would be for Khorne. I would like... there's a Norskin hero which kind of fits well for Khorne. I can't remember his name at the moment. But it would be those 2. Village the Curseling for Tzeentch. And possibly a Greater Demon of Tzeentch. Slanesh would be Zigvald and... I'm not too sure. Does Slanesh even have that many champions? And, well, screw it. And for Nurgle, we could probably have one of the Glock King. And I believe his name was Festus too? I don't know. But we're going to call it here. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And when I return, I'll be posting a Let's Play very soon, actually. I'll be posting one very, very soon. And I am going to talk to Arvid about possibly getting something sorted in terms of a co-op campaign. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all again very, very soon.